All righty. Okay, this is Rick Redman, R-I-C-K, R-E-D-M-A-N, VP of Corporate Communications for Hilrick & Bradsby Company, Louisville Slugger, and this is the audio interview that we're going to do for the video that Gray Advertising is putting together for Troy Yoakum and his drum hike. So my able assistant, Mary Frances Slaughter, is going to ask the questions, and I'm going to answer.
What are your thoughts about a National Day for deployed soldiers?
Well, I think that both I personally and our company thinks it's something that's long overdue. Our company has supported the military for decades, going back to World War I. And our company is 126 years old. Our company is one that has been able to benefit from being part of America, and the Hilrick family, owners of our company, have lived the great American success story, and those of us who work here have been fortunate enough to live that success story with them. So we believe that our deployed men and women around the world should be recognized with the National Day of the Deployed, because without them we might not be able to be here and live this great American success story.
What is Slugger's history with helping the military?
Well, our archives show that we have supported military causes going back all the way to World War I, when we sent baseball equipment to our troops in Europe. And there are stories of where those soldiers first got those Louisville Slugger bats and shed tears of joy upon seeing something from back home, in particular some of those soldiers who were from Kentucky, and seeing that Louisville, Kentucky, Louisville Slugger on those bats. So our company has continued to support military causes right on through in every conflict since, including World War II, when we not only sent equipment to our soldiers, but we also used our factory to make gun stocks and tank pins and do other things for the war effort. And we've sent equipment in every single military conflict since then, including over 17 tons of equipment to our soldiers in Iraq and Afghanistan since 2003.
When approached with the idea of the bats, what were your thoughts?
Well, I thought it was a unique idea to take Louisville Slugger bats and have governors and mayors across America sign those as their petition. A great way to say going to bat to help the troops and the families of those deployed soldiers. And so we're honored to be able to provide those bats because Troy is right here from Louisville, Kentucky, and our company is homegrown, and of course we support American causes, and we're very proud and honored to be able to be part of this. And we think it'll be really neat when he takes all those bats to Washington, D.C. with those signatures of mayors and governors from across America, showing that not only he, but Louisville Slugger goes to bat for our troops and their families.
What did you first think when I told you I was going to hike across America?
Well, I thought, wow, this is one ambitious young man, but knowing Troy and his effort to set a record for continuous hours drumming for Guinness Book of World Records when he was in Iraq, I knew that he was a driven young man, and that when he said he was going to do it, there was no question. He was passionate about it, and he was going to do everything that he could to make sure that he lived this dream. And I know he was frustrated that he was unable to achieve the goal he set for himself with the drum marathon. It was no fault of his own. It was really fault of Mother Nature and the weather that putting those temperatures over 100 degrees and him getting dehydrated. Otherwise, I'm confident that Troy would have been able to achieve that goal as well. So he came home and he wanted to make sure that he did something else to support the troops and the military families. There was no question in my mind that he would be able to do this.
Do you believe that we'll accomplish getting the National Day with using these bats?
Well, I think that what really is going to accomplish getting a National Day of the Deployed rather than the bats is Troy's effort of hiking and playing his drum over 7,000 miles across America, and the support that he is garnering from everybody all across the country who sees him as he is hiking and marching along the roadsides of America and pounding his drum and drumming up support for military families. At the same time he's drumming up support, we're going to bat with him to help get this National Day of the Deployed with the Louisville Slugger bats. So there's no question in my mind he's going to get this done.
If you had a moment with Congress to talk about this National Day, what would you say to them?
Well, I think it's time that Congress takes note and recognizes the sacrifices that our military families make, not just the men and women who are serving, but their families back home. There are many great sacrifices that they go through to support their families while their loved ones are away, helping defend freedom and make sure that we get to have the freedoms that we have in this country. So I would ask Congress to please sit up, take notice, and support these families.
I'm sure you get 1,000 requests. What made Troy stand out and persuade you to help?
Well, Troy's just a passionate guy, and the fact that he's from right here in Louisville didn't hurt. It made it a little easier for him to get in to see us, I think, because he was here, and Troy is persistent. There's no question about it. We get hundreds of requests every week throughout our company from people asking us to assist them in some way with charity, and we do a lot. We helped over 700 charities across America last year alone. But Troy stood out because of his passion and because of his idea. It was different, and we certainly took notice.
Did you ever expect Troy to get as many signatures on the bats?
Absolutely. There was no question in my mind Troy would get as many signatures as he possibly could, because that's just, he doesn't take no for an answer, but he does it in a polite way. He's not overbearing. He's just a very polite young man, and he's extremely passionate about the cause, and he pushes until he gets the answer that he wants.
Do you expect Congress will pass this National Day?
I really do. I think Congress was going to have to do this. I think that with the effort that Troy's making, along with numerous others across the country who are working for a similar cause, that Congress is going to take notice, is going to pass a National Day of the Deployed very soon, and I sure hope that they do.
Louisville Slugger seems to spawn greatness. Muhammad Ali, Louisville Slugger, Yum Brands, and it seems like the drum hike is on its way. Do you see this? Did you see this in the beginning?
Well, you know, Louisville, Kentucky is a great city, and I don't know if there's something in the water here or what, but there's a lot of great things that have come out of this city, and it's a very passionate city, and it's a city that is compassionate as well. The people in this town do a lot for charity. We have many great charitable causes in Louisville, Kentucky, and I think that that speaks very, very well of our community, a very giving community, and you can look it up and compare us to communities all across America. We rank extremely high when it comes to giving to charity, whether it's the arts or children's charities or health-related charities, whatever the case may be. Louisville, Kentucky is a city that really goes out of its way to help people in need. And so there was never a doubt in my mind that this would get done and that Troy would be able to achieve his goal. All right, thank you very much.